So we have all these Hobonichis that I've been using for 2025. These are actually just some of them, but these are probably the majority that I'm using at the moment. So let's decipher this a little bit. And move them into some formal groups. Okay, these four are probably the four that I was aiming to use primarily as like planners for jotting down your daily plans or goals or whatever. Out of these four that actually worked was potentially just these two. This one is actually not a Hobonichi. This one is the longest cover I've ever had. I started bullet journaling with this first. This is my Frankenstein 5-year planner. I just like that it said life on it. And so I've been using that for the past 5 years, and this is the last year. I'm just going to see if I can find somewhere in here that's not too drastic, because this one is getting used as more of a planner. Do I have anywhere? I should have really done this before filming, but you know, it's all well and good being organized. Yeah, this is probably the best one you're going to get. This is probably also a very good example of how well I go on planning. I obviously was learning language, so I had some language learning bits in here, but predominantly this was meant to be where I was putting what I did for that day or did stuff. And as you can see, we missed days. Or we said work stuff is okay, it's cold. Not really in depth, but this worked okay, and I have kept it going for the 5 years. So this one, while it's going to get retired for this year, and sadly I'm also going to retire this cover for a bit, just because the new planner, which you'll see in a bit, won't fit into this cover. But this one's probably been my most long-term used one, hence why it's done so well so far. This one, these little case covers, bags, were really helpful. It's one of the useful products. This is the Silent Night cover from, I think, last year. I feel like it was from last year. I really like this cover. When I first got it, be warned, these kind of shiny leathers do have a tendency to have a chemically smell to them. This one absolutely stunk. So I couldn't use it for like the first bit that I had it. And also, it doesn't, like if that annoys you, just be warned. This one has my Spy Family Hon in here and some other little bits and pieces. Turtle. Some other little bookmarky thing, because you know, bookmarky thing. This is my language learning planner. So those like little Chinese or Korean quotes you saw in that one, I moved into this one, as well as doing, well, that's not a good example, courses. So any of the courses I'm doing, I write in here. I don't always put all the notes in here. Most cases I do it, and sometimes I've got to write in and sometimes I'm not. And that's okay. I don't mind that. What I really do like is this. So this is where those quotes have moved to, and like these last 2 months, one's been just Mandarin and one's been just Korean. And we'll probably keep going that way. We did have a little bit of Japanese in there because I went to Japan and Korea this year. But Japanese I put on the back burner because I've been learning Mandarin longer. And I want to get better at that. And Korean I've been learning longer. So I might pick up Japanese again, but at this stage we're just sticking to that. So this one's just been holding me accountable to getting the courses done. This is when I was on holidays, so those pages are blank. I'm okay with that. Trying to get back into the swing of things after holidays. Having some moments around here, I think it is. So we're doing okay. We did really good there, like filling in notes. So this is just noting what courses I did. There was big changes at work, so I'm just letting myself know it's okay that I didn't do this. I did do the study, so I still ticked 2 of my bare minimum, but I did make note that I didn't do the full like shenanigans because of what was going on at work. But I really like this, how it turned out. And with this pencil board, I love it in this cover, like this all together just makes me happy. However, while I love the Spy Family Hon, the Hon doesn't really fit in a cover and cover. It's not intended for that purpose. I did miss my, do I have one around somewhere? Oh, yeah, sorry. I'm gonna pull this one out. My one piece one. So this is the 2023 one. I actually had the 2024 one, which was my version of this in 2024. And when I went to Japan, I was impatient and couldn't wait to do the order for October. So I ordered on my order before that date and didn't get the one-piece Techo. So when I went to Japan, I did get a chance to go into the store and I bought it there. So that one's going to get used for something slightly different, probably more along the lines of what this one's getting used for. But I do know in 2026, because they have released it again and because I have all the others, I want to get the one-piece Techo and use that again. So I'm going to wait to do my Hobonichi order until October, which is kind of good for me. I'm not going crazy about then having to order when it first lines up. But I do know that the Hons, as you'll see in a second, are probably the best for me. So yeah, in the new year, this planner will get used for something different. I haven't decided on what. I'll have a different notebook in it. This will get retired, but probably will look a bit more, I don't know if I'm going to do it. We'll see. So when I say I don't know if I'm going to do it, this was meant to be my main planner for 2025 because I loved this guy and I loved the back. However, you can see it's on a diet. I actually, separated it. And we made it into kind of a scrappy notebooky thing. It didn't work. Basically, the outcome to this is it didn't work. This didn't fit into, I'm just going to move that because that's basically done. It didn't fit into other covers, which made me very sad. And I also couldn't see the lovely design when it wasn't a cover. But I wanted to protect it because I didn't like it getting kind of scratched up. So I have pulled it apart and I've got it like this at the moment. There is some bits that I still need to do, but what I am going to do is what I did with my weeks. Again, I was sad to retire this because I love this little coffee guy. So I made it into like a traveler's notebook sort of thing. So string, cardboard, and I can use it as much as I want. So in this is my ink journal section. So from the 2026 lineup, I'm actually going to get some Hon covers, so I can put these in that, just to protect it a bit. I just like them protected so they're not scratched, so I can keep using them and using them and using them. And yeah, then I can put like another notebook or something in here. Sorry, my dog's making noises. I'm not sure why. Are you okay there? She's fine. So yeah, this poor little Frankenstein thing. But I liked the cover style. So we've noted now I'm not getting any more Hons. I will get the cover on covers to protect these covers, and I haven't decided yet if this Spy Family one, if I'm going to actually do this to it. so I can use it. I may, I'm just not sure yet. Yeah, I'm not sure yet. But then we'll come to this one. This has been pretty good. It has picked up a lot of dust and a lot of dog hairs, which is a bit of a given, unfortunately, with this type of fabric. Oh, my pen's falling out the bottom there. That's not tucked in properly. Yeah, so I have enjoyed this. This was meant to be my work planner, but since work stuff was going a bit weird, this also happened to it. Yeah. So it has started out being a work planner, and that was fine as a work planner. Now I'm just tracking each day I play the guitar in a little guitar course, and I just write that in there. I do have, like I've got some weird little program that gives you like affirmations a day or something like that. If I like them, I put them in here. If I don't, I just ignore them. Exercise. Then we've got like things I did each day. So like all the important stuff. This is just like a really bare minimum way of tracking things. Then in this one, I was putting in like a exercise challenge. I did, as I was watching the Hobonichi 2026 things, I noted the ones I liked. I don't know if I'm going to get them, but we've just noted them in there. And then the notes pages are just getting used as like notes pages. That's purely what it's getting used for. But this just confirmed my feeling of I'm not great in the weeks. I've never been very good at the weeks. They just don't seem to, what am I saying? Planners don't seem to work for me in a traditional sense, basically. So that's why we end up doing this shenanigans. It was similar with this one. When I gutted this one, I had barely used all of it. So yeah, I do like this cover, and I'd probably put like a different notebook in here. I might put a notebook in here that I can do like watercoloring on or something like that, or drawing. It's a skinny plain notebook. I'm going to put that pen in there so I don't lose it. So yeah, I like the idea, but in theory, but in practice, not so much. Not so much. I did mention this is my ink journal. It just has all my inks that I've got, and just yeah. I think on my channel I do have some like ink things in a different book. Those books I managed to tip water all over them and wreck them. So that's a new one. Yeah, that's a new one. Okay, we might as well show these guys then, because they're already out and you've already kind of seen this one. So these Dashenka ones actually have worked. Primarily these two, but these Dashenka ones actually have worked. And again, it goes back to the language learning side of things. I've got in all these Dashenka ones Korean. So these are my Korean classes. This one I used a tiny bit for 2023 and then stopped using it because I couldn't quite figure out what I wanted to do with it. And so then I put Korean. So little flashcards, just made them. And then it's just all notes. All the notes. And these are mostly like the little lesson notes that you get. There's a cat because it's cute, and some cows. Don't ask why, it's cute. That's my version of decorations. So more, and these are just the little class, like you get the PDFs that come with your class lessons. If I just sit there and read them, I don't really take it in. Whereas if I'm writing it down, I kind of take it in better. And also it gives me a way to use my fountain pens that I wouldn't use otherwise. So these ones get used, well, currently I'm doing it month by month. So these ones at the end of this month are all going to go away and be stored just for the month. The 5 parts there, and again, another course. Yeah, see, that gives you a bit of an example. Just the PDF notes. And I'm just writing them in. That's all the game plan. This one's probably a little bit interesting because some of these, like this is the old Tomoe River paper. This is the old paper. The only one I seem to have, I did notice towards the end, was this one with the weeks. This paper did feather a bit with that pen when it was a bit juicy, but other times it was fine. So I don't fully understand the whole process, but that's those ones. Then we've got, that make some room here. These guys. I don't mind them in little pouches, they look cute. So they live in pouches. We'll just move those two off to the side for now. This one really rarely gets used, but God, it's cute. Like the brown, I got that when I was in Japan, and this brown matched so well. It fits in there lovely, just so you know. So clean. And I love this little green. I love this only is not lonely. I understand that statement with them and I really like it. In here I put the freebie books. And this is, oh, and this little guy. I also stuck these little foxes in here because they're cute. And they might as well live somewhere cute. So these are like courses I signed up for. I haven't done a huge amount where I'm just writing out when I do bits of them. So they don't get tracked in that language learning. These are like, this one's like craft, arts and crafts, painting courses, feng shui, because why not? And then this one's more like Teams, Excel, all those heavy, boring kind of computer skills. Literally, I just go in and mark them off. This one's going to be like a long-term thing, and I'm okay with that. If I want to change out the cover, I'll change out the cover, but for now, I'm glad that's getting used. So, this one, I got this year, and I had the hon in it, but it really does not fit the hon. It probably doesn't, I find it doesn't fit the cousin very well either. You're really getting your Avex or your just notebooks in here because it's tight. And if you like stickers or putting ephemera in here, don't try. Anyway, this is the Cafe Light Taut, something Cafe Taut. Anyway, it's the cafe one. This fabric feels glorious, but it does mark easily. I've got my little emotional intelligence pin on here because I'm covering up where I accidentally got ink on it, which was devastating. But I love this one. I also have learnt while I love it, I'm not a fan of a zipper cover. So this will probably be my one and only zipper cover. I've just put these guys in here because they're cute. I put this in here while I was traveling. I got this and it was lovely. Yeah, so it stays in here. This is a 2023 days free that I didn't use. So I stuck it in here and then started we did some ink swatching. We did some like quotey things, more ink swatching. And then again, I started writing out PDFs that I got. So I signed up for, is it Masterclass? And each one you get given like a little PDF class notes. I started writing them out because that's the only way I was going to remember the information. I got one about dyslexia. So it's funny, I'm dyslexic, yet I'm writing stuff out. But like you can see things here where I make mistakes. I just keep going. It's fine. That's the point of this, is just that I use my pens and read stuff. I smudge it. I write what pen and that I'm using. Some of it I like, some of it I don't, but that's fine. So I've just got this book in here currently. I've got my Astro Boy. I would like to change this pencil board in this one. I feel like it's a bit too bright. And then I've just got some bits of the cousin in there. And my little owl just hangs out there because I don't use that pen loop. So the owl is just the buddy. So I really like how this one's going. I will probably put a notebook in here afterwards and keep doing something similar. But for now, that's what it is. And it works well. But yeah, I don't plan in this size. So yeah. Then we've got this one. And I'm so glad I'm finally using this one. It's only taken a year and a bit to figure out how to use the damn thing. I unfortunately got ink on my flag pouch, but it's part of life. It's part of life. I love this cover. This cover is kind of what I wanted this cover to be. It sits nicely. Like, look at that. It sits without having to battle it. Anyway, I've got my bits and pieces here. This is a kin ball, I know. However, I originally ordered a different year. I wanted a previous year's one and they sent me this one. That's okay. It's cute, so that's a plus. But the kin ball, surprisingly, quite good. The paper is actually really nice. It feels a little bit thicker than Hobonichi, but still very nice. Works really well with fountain pens. What I find tricky with the cousin is the weekly pages. I don't have a real use for them. This one literally just has monthlies and straight into dailies with just like this one bit of a plan a new year thing in the middle. But otherwise, monthlies, dailies. So I'm doing something similar again. I've got some other little courses. And again, I don't fill in all these every single day. It's just when I feel like it. I get in the mood and I do it. But what I did find good in this one, because these monthlies haven't got ink swatches on them, I've been able to use these as kind of like page identifiers. So if I want to know what colour this is, I just have to look on 2nd of February, 25th, where are we? Yeah, and I can see that's the pen and that's the ink I used. That's this one. It's so good. So it gives me a chance to really try out my pens, try out my inks, see what works, see what doesn't work, see what's easy to read and what's hard to read. I've only just started kind of doing it, and I've only for a month kept to a certain amount of pens, so that's why it's very similar. But we're going to just keep rotating through it. But it means I'm using this, and I like this snake one in it. Yeah, I might be going to Kimball. Hobonichi I like for the covers, but I might be going to Kimball for the planners. Because there's no quotes at the bottom either. And it's quite small with the... There's still some information, fun stuff in the back. But yeah. And then I've got not much else in here. Just the normal bits. So that one will continue in 2026. I just am so happy how it's going. And then I can finally use this planner. So, oops, I'm going to move some of these guys over. What else do I have that I'm using? Okay. So these ones I am still using as well. Just going to try and grab everything that I am kind of using. Okay, so these ones, as for the same as the last one, these ones are my Chinese Mandarin learning ones. They're the Liberty Fabrics, Lockwood Erica. I love these. These things are gorgeous. I do like the Liberty Fabrics ones, but these two have just, yeah, fell in love with them. Cat, because cat. This and in this cover I love. I may get some more of these notebooks just because I like having them. And so this is all just Mandarin. And I've since then put that pencil board in this one too. So they live like that. These will come out soon. This I got while I was in Korea. This is actually a coaster, but it's so pretty. It talks about it there. And a traditional style of painting. So pretty. I like it there. So, and then this one, I was transcribing Harry Potter, but we stopped. Just because it's a little bit hard for me. And then I put some other course in this one. So that's what's in that one. I really like how this pencil board works in this. Like, look at that. This is the kind of pencil board I want. Something similar for this. Not necessarily that one. I prefer this one with the red in here. But like, that's the kind of like feel I want. And then this little guy. I don't know what has... Oh, this was a dog training course. So this one's kind of not retired, but... because there's a doggy here. I love this. Absolutely love this wrong cover. That's my puppy, who's now 12. This was a dog course. See, it's cute. That I was doing, and I was writing all the notes in, and then there's no more notes. So now it's just kind of... I finished the dog course, but now it's just kind of empty papers. So I'm going to have to find something else to put in here, which I will. I will figure that one out. These are the... Where are they? These ones. I fell in love with like the covers I liked this year for these, but I liked these cards more so. And so, and like I put that one in the back. So just on its own, it's very cute too. And you can do that, then you've got something interesting. But there is a couple of the coloured covers that I do like, that I kind of want to make a... So one of them, the Olive Grove one, I kind of really want to put this on it and have that as my like guitar music learning cover, because I think that would be so pretty, like just having it there and the olive colour around it. And then the other one, I think it's the Sun Beach, something like that. I kind of want to make like a little monster cover, because these two are just, I fell in love with these two. Like I want to have the monster there and then the monster on the back, because they're just so cute. So we may order, I'm not 100% sure, I'm just thinking about it, because I don't really, you can see, I don't really need any more covers. I have enough, but I do like to collect them. And as you can see, I'm actually using them, so that's fine. This one's probably the only one that's not really getting used, but it has been used a lot in the past, so it's, yeah. This one, I really like this bag. And so that's why I put, oops, if I can get it out. This one in here, this is for the Japanese learning. I put this little postcard in the back just because it was pretty. That's the Bamboo Grove in Kyoto. Yeah. This one's where I live. So this is near where I live. But that's pretty. So it's kind of nice that way. I did take, this is the matcha cover, and I did take the butterfly loops off of it because it got really dirty. And I actually like it without them. So yeah, we've got the squirrel. This one has a 2024 planner in it that I was using for like a writing lesson course thing. Sorry about the lighting as the sun is moving. But that just got annoying. As you can see, a lot of just doing A's, a lot of A's. So then I put the Japanese course in here. I only have one Japanese course, so it was kind of a bit like redundant of sorts. And we've got the Cookie Monster pencil board in here. So we will keep working on something with this, but for now, this one's just kind of hanging out as well. Go back in there. I'm going to put that one down because that sun's reflecting weirdly. And then we kind of come to the ones that are probably haven't been used yet, or, well, they haven't been used this year. And I don't know quite when I'm going to use them, but they're not going anywhere. So that's Have a Nice Day. So I put the big fox on this one, and I like how that kind of matches them. So these ones. This one currently has a blank Tomo River paper book in it. So it's just blank. and I will hopefully get around to doing some drawings in it. But I'm not going to push myself. I will get there, I'm sure. I've got some other books that I'm working my way through. That's that one. And if it's anything like that One Piece one, like I'll just have a day where I have kind of an epiphany and be like, oh, that's what I need to do with it. Then we have this one. I had a different thing on the front of this, but I feel like this bird works really well, and then the butterfly on the back. And the bird's just kind of tucked all the way around. So this one's also got one of those coasters in here. It's cute. And then I just got this Kinbor coffee bean. This is actually their days free. So it's just like a giant to-do list. And then you have like blank monthly. So this is not dated at all for any year. And I really like that. This paper is thicker than the other paper though. So just be aware of that if you order it. I don't know if they're doing it for this year again or if it's just going to keep being sold until they run out. But they have it in the little A6 size as well. So coffee bean. So it's just hanging out in here for now until I get an idea. Which I will. I get ideas sometimes. I'll go to this one. This one didn't get used this year because it got used last year as my version of this. Yeah, my 1,000 Sunnies with all her little ink stains all over her. She will probably get more. That's the 2025 one I bought this year out in the Hobonichi store. Nothing's happened in it. It's just hanging out in here for now. Next year it will get moved into one of the other covers and something will happen with it. But I didn't need to stress myself out about that. I knew that was going to be the case. So yeah, love that one. Then we've got, this one I'm going to talk about because it's completely kind of different from everything. So this is what I'm going to move into for my next 5-year planner. This is actually the book that comes with the Lamy 2000 Pine Limited Edition. I was like, what do I do with this book? I don't know. I don't want to just hang on to it for the sake of hanging on to it. I want to use it. So we've turned it into a 5-year planner. There is stickers and stuff all over it. There's no dates in here yet, except for stickers. So it might be a bit much, but there'll be 5 years within each block here. So there's not much space. And 3 days per page. And then a monthly overview. And then some random ones that don't have anything in it. So if I need to like move information across because I want to write bigger, this could be a buffer area. But we've just labelled it, put all the tags on, put all the stickers in, and I think it will work really well. I'm not going to stress too much out about it. At the back, there's some free pages left to go. I've got my plotter book strap thing that just holds it together really nicely. And we're going to use that as my new 5-year planner. And I really like that I've found a way to use this and not just have it sitting around. I'm also probably going to try and use it with that pen. We'll see how we go. But yeah, that's my coming year's one. Then we have, this little guy. This one I kind of was an AliExpress whim, but I do like it. Platform 9 3/4. You got to get your Harry Potter in there where you can. This is just a field notes cover, or field notes book with a leather cover on it. I just couldn't go past this cover. It was just glorious. And this field notes is very cute. But this is just going to end up being, I've got a ballpoint pen, and this is just going to be my carry it everywhere. You jot stuff down, you figure out your life in it kind of thing. We're going to give that a go. See if that works. Commonplace planner, I think that's what that's called. That's what we're going to try it as. We have this Madewell pouch. That's the brand. I think it's meant to be a makeup pouch, but I've got not makeup in it. There's just some blank notebooks in there that we don't need to see. But this is my traveler's notebook in the camel. This one I took with me to Japan and Korea. So I tried putting coffee beans here. I failed at doing that. I put these guys on the corners because why not? Yeah. This was another book that I really liked, the little quote from Aristotle. I've also got another one that has a really cool quote, but it just protects these interior stuff from this leather if it rubs or makes marks. I've got the little pouchy thing, and this is I got at one of the Travelers Company shops. This little passport thing I got in a very random place in Andong in Korea. It was so cute, but it was like a cat cafe slash backpackers hostel slash library place. Really cool little place. But yeah, this was so cute. So I've got some bits and bobs in here. There's no notebook in here at the moment because this is actually going to be used as a travel notebook. So if I go on a holiday, one of these little notebooks will get put in here, and then that will be my while I'm traveling notebook, or diary or journal. So it's very specific to that trip, and I don't, once it's done, and then this just goes to rest. So while this one doesn't get used as often, it will get used when I go traveling because it's just a good size. So he lives in there and then lives inside his little pouch until it's done. Then we have one more? Yeah, one more. Oops, it's upside down and for some reason an ant is on it. Go away. There we go. This one I got because I couldn't get past the red, to be honest. The red is just next level. Yeah. And then I got this while I was over there, and I got in Hiroshima, or Hiroshima, however you want to say it. It was actually a keychain, but I took it off the keychain and put it on here because it's just too cute, way too cute, and it matches really well with this. So yeah, I really like the look of this cover. This is not, whoops, Traveler's Notebook. This is like Travels, yeah, this is the knockoff one, but I'm okay with that. It's just paper canvas stuff. I just wanted something to protect, again, between the leather and the notebook. And then you've got the book it comes with, homemade pencil boards. I don't know what I'm doing with this book. I just couldn't go past it. And this comes with a little pen loop, so I actually did like that. I like how it looks coming out there. So yeah, while I don't have any plans for this one as such just yet, I'm sure plans will come up for it. Because I find these things out and work it out. I just really couldn't go past it, and then with this working on it, it just, yeah. So anyway, that is all the planners I've got and the chaos that is. So really in this coming year, I don't need another cover. All I really need is my planner. So I'm going to get the one-piece one. I'm going to get some Hon cover-on covers. I might get some more clear cover, the Hon clear cover-on covers, and I might get some more of these clear covers-on covers just because they're starting to get a bit scuffed up, so I might do a few of them. But there's not actually any covers out there that I really, this year, that I really went, ooh, I want that, unfortunately. Well, it's probably a good thing because this is clearly enough. But yeah, I'm happy with what the collection looks like for Hobonichi, but I don't think I really need any of them. None of them really speak to me like what this one did when it came out. I was like, oh my gosh. Or the biggest one was this one. When this one came out, I knew that was the one I wanted. So yeah, I think that is probably what I'm going to do. Now, don't hold me to that. I may change my mind, but I think that's probably the best way to go ahead in this new year that we're getting ready for. And the main one is that I'm using all these things. Not on a regular basis, but I'm using them enough. I'm happy with how often I'm using them. So anyway, I hope you like that, and I will catch you later. Bye.